Hi there everyone, and welcome on my weekly forecast, astrology forecast, where I'm going to tell you how you are going to be affected by the planetary configuration, how it will likely feel around you, how it might affect your daily life, and I'm going to give you some tips how the best use this planetary energy to work into your advantage. So let's start. On Monday, the 4th, we have a Pluto conjunct Saturn. So Pluto is our basic drive, energy, aggression, when we want to go forward to get the things. Then Saturn, it's kind of block, it's stop. Sometimes astrologers refer to it like driving the car when we press the gas and stop pedal at the same time. That's really not that good, right? So how we can do the best with this aspect? First, this aspect is associated with some kind of frustration. Well, yeah, sure, we want to act, we want to go ahead, and then someone stops us. Someone tell us that we cannot do the things. No one likes it. But it's the good aspect to test how focused we can be on our goal and purposes. It's the good aspect to see if we are not going without knowledge where, and we just, see the goal and we don't care about the consequences. So when something stops us during this day and there is this frustration, it also tests our commitment, how much we really want it. So for the people who has a lot of stamina, determination, that gives even more determination to do the things. It will just ask more patience into it, and the patience is a little bit tough in this aspect. But the good thing about it, it's like if we are kind of feel like someone stops us from doing something, it's like take it like a test to check if we didn't miss something, and work and put all your strength and energy and efforts to do it right. So that is how it can work. It's some aspects, sometimes they said Mars and conjunct Saturn, especially when it's in the couple relationship, it's a sadomaso aspect, because Mars is itself drive, energy, sex, and Saturn it's about all kind of blockage, like kind of punishment. So on the sexual level we can use it to play with our partner, maybe, I don't know, but we just should understand. And of course, when I'm talking about this aspect, Mars, it's going really slowly, so we might feel this aspect already on Saturday, Sunday, then on Monday, and probably on Tuesday. So yeah, you just if you feel this frustration level, you just go deeper, why it doesn't work, what really stops you, and it's also good to maybe find some outlet in the sport where you need to put a lot of effort, and yeah, that's it. Let's go to the Tuesday. So on Tuesday, the 5th, Venus, the planet of love, relationship, harmony, the self-worth, is moving into Pisces, and the sign of Pisces, it's the sign when Venus feels strong, powerful. It is very important time because just before, I think since November, half of November or something around that, we had Venus traveling through difficult signs. So our relationships, our love life, harmony around us wasn't the best. Maybe we just didn't have time, when maybe we worked too much, maybe there were other things, because of obviously each of us has different life. I'm just talking about general influence, but this planet wasn't in a good condition. So when it moves into the strong, powerful sign for her, excuse me, it's just much easier to show love, to show affection, to be more empathic with your partner. It's more about the unconditional love, but we can also be a bit more of romantic. Of course, just day before I was talking about the sadomaso aspect, but here it's just the influence when the planet is going, and we will feel slowly this shift. So Venus, it's all about the poetry. In Pisces, it's all about poetry, about seeing the beauty around us, going a little bit more into fantasy world. So we might want redecorate a little bit of our house, our surroundings, by ourselves, new things, decorating ourselves and the world around. But also in love, we will just be more willing to some selfless acts, to unconditional love, to you know, just spend a little bit more quality romantic time together. It's also good for the artist. It's artistic sign. Venus, it's art. It's all about artism. So definitely good time for any kind of creative work and artistic work. And we will feel this influence around the month. So that's a good time for the lovers. Of course, Venus in Pisces sometimes has the difficulty to decide which lover, who I should love, and maybe I should love everyone a little bit. So that might be a little bit of this feeling of, generally we can be a little bit more flirtatious too. So and be open to generally the romances. So then the 7th and the 8th, we have very interesting aspect of Mercury sextile Saturn first and then Mars. Mercury is all about our communication. Like I said, since the Mercury went into Aries, it's just much more strong, direct, powerful. It's easier to us express what we really want. And now with this aspect, we have really a possibility to even more good effects with contracts, with working on schedule. This is a very fantastic aspect, the 7th especially, for focus on the things, focus on the documents, finish some documents, about the meetings, signing the contracts. Our mind can be very logic, focus, memory will improve. It's easier to learn something. We might also want to teach something, and it's very constructive aspect. Also, the next day, when it's sextiling Mars, we can be even more going forward with our communication. We can express ourselves bravely. We can take a risk, and it's the aspect of the reflex. We have a really quick mind, alive mind, and we are willing to take a risk in some conversations. So if we have some kind of negotiation during this time, negotiation about the contracts, that's really great time. Also, if you do something about manual, it's the time you have some exams about testing your manual skills, agility. That's really good moment, because this is where the things going fast. So if you want to have some exams like a drive license or stuff like that, that's a really good time to do it, because our mind and manual skills, ability goes forward with this Mars energy, where it's fast, quick, and the flow is really good. So that's it. And then we go on Sunday. Saturday we don't have really aspect, but we have many aspects which Moon is doing. So there might be really eventful time with the many feelings going on. But generally I don't describe the Moon, because Moon it's very fast going. So every 2.5 days it's changes sign. So it's a monthly influence. But on Sunday we have Mercury square Pluto, and that's the one, besides this Monday aspect with Mars and Saturn, that might be one problematic. So this is where our mind is a little bit obsessive. We cannot stop thinking about something. We cannot it's a little bit like when we go on Facebook page, we see someone comment about something, and we are just like, oh, I don't like this person's opinion, I will just write something. Oh, just write. And then this person answered to us, and we get more frustrated, and we just continue. And our partner, everyone said, hey, stop, don't do that. That just doesn't go nowhere. But you end up on discussing with this person, throwing away from their friends or your friends, and upset more people, and your day is just done. You are done. So this is this aspect when we be careful about what is hidden in us, what are the parts which we might express, we might say to someone, and we might cause a very deep wound, because this is this conversation when we also might be a little bit manipulative with the information we have, or we can have just our mind is just obsessed and cannot stop, right? So that might be a little bit problematic. It's a good time for when sometimes you can discover some hidden truth, or if you have a detectivistic analytical work, this is when your mind is just digging deeper and deeper, and it's just restless about discover the truth. As a taboo aspect, we talk about the things which we shouldn't talk, but if you really feel the need to say something to the person, and you feel like he really needs to know how it's work, how do you feel about the things, that might be a good moment when you don't want to do that. It's like a skeleton in the closet which should stay, and like we can have some kind of anxieties and generally compulsion about telling the things to the people or writing the things for the people, which might not be a good idea. If we are doing some kind of psychotherapeutic work, that's a good moment when we can dig into the things which are normally we are not comfortable with, and we can do some progress with it. Also some kind of hypnotherapy everywhere where we need to express a deep and seated things in us, that this aspect, it's really good about that. And that's it. Oh, excuse me. There is also one more aspect in US, because in Poland it's just the next day, but in US at the end of the day, Mercury goes into the sign of Taurus. So our thought, our thinking will be a little bit more grounded, because recently, like I said, with Mercury in Aries, we are a little bit more extrovertic about our communication, and here it goes a little bit into more stable, determined stamina sign, earthy sign. So our thoughts might be more about security, about our thoughts might slow down, and we might be a little bit more about practical approach again, and thinking about like the security, the more sensual pleasure part of the life too, because it's an earthy sign, and normally Mercury in Aries was more like speed, quick, oriented to just say and win with the conversation. Here we have just more methodical approach and more calm. Even the conversation, we just want to have a pleasure from the conversation, and it's just more the conversation is just more slower and but can have a little bit more of substance, a lot more of meat. We are talking, we are going into longer debates, and our thoughts are more concerned with how to make more money, how to secure yourself, and also about some kind of more practical things than just your own expression. And that's it for this week. So if you like, please subscribe to my channel, like this you will never miss next episode. And I wish you a very great week. Bye.